What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, guys. We back here in Finland with my guy Aleksi. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. I don't want to pronounce it wrong, which I probably already did, but he here with 10 characteristics of Finns you must understand. So we're gonna check out these characteristics. I ain't gonna read the comments just yet, but hey, I'm gonna let y'all help me be the judge of these characteristics and see if we can agree or agree to disagree. So y'all hit that subscribe button. Let's check it out.
We Finnish people are kind of weird, interesting and unique creatures. I've gathered you 10 characteristics of Finns so you can understand us better. Let's go check them right now. What up, Fantastics? How you're doing? Good to have you here on a new video. If you're here for the first time, welcome. My name is Aleksi and I create fantastic videos about Finnish culture, lifestyle and language. So if you're into those kind of things, subscribe because you will join our fantastic squad as well. Number 1.
I ain't gonna lie, I need that shirt. That's pretty dope. That's a dope shirt right there, man. I'm gonna have to ask him for one.
If you're into those kind of things, subscribe because you will join our fantastic squad as well. Number 1. Silence. This is probably not any surprise for you if you've been following this channel. And it's quite common to stereotype us Finns for shy people who never talk. And in Finnish we actually have a saying, silence is golden, or vaikeneminen kultaa, which kind of summarizes this quite well. The point is that we Finns don't bullshit. We only talk when it's absolutely necessary.
And I feel like that's me. And I know y'all probably like, well, you keep pausing this video. It's not necessary to talk. You know, some people be like that when I do reactions. But in real life, human communication out here, that's me. I don't usually talk unless I'm spoken to because it just lets me know. Because I know I can talk. I know I can talk for hours especially if it's a topic I like. So I'm usually quiet until I'm spoken to. Because you just never know who don't want to be talked to.
And that's why it might come across that we are never talking because, for example, if you're at the bus stop or in any public place, and there's no need to open our mouth, and we won't if there is no need to. But however, there's a really good flip side on this because if you ask me, I think Finns are actually quite smooth doing small talk when they actually start to do it. Because I have many awesome small talks with random Finns myself, so definitely you just need to make that first move yourself if you want to make those Finns talk to you. My tip is to be proactive with Finns and some good things will happen. Do that. Number 2, trust. One of the reasons why Finnish society works really well is because everything is based on trust. For example, things such as corruption or scamming is not common at all here in Finland.
Wow, that's a good
thing. On top of that,
and it's crazy because here in the States, people have been scamming and doing a lot these days. It's a sad world. It's a sad United States we live in. I can't even say sad world, but a sad United States for sure.
We Finns tend to be quite honest as well. Sometimes
people
I think about these kind of scary and dangerous scenarios where some people could easily exploit the trust of the Finnish system, but the thing is that there are no such people who could do that. And what I mean by that is that you could, for example, get somewhere in without a ticket by just, you know, making some gimmicks or shenanigans. But it's not really a thing here. And another good example of trust is, for example, if you lose your wallet, there's a really nice chance to get it back.
Because that's a good thing.
If a Finn finds a random wallet in the street, we don't empty it, we might just check, oh, there's a driver's license, there's a name on it, so we can tell who this belongs to. And then we just take it to the nearest police station or nearest kiosk or wherever you found it, nearest info desk, and just put it there. And that's pretty awesome, isn't it?
That's very awesome. I had an incident that happened to me once. I didn't lose my wallet, but I was pumping gas and I just happened to look down. I was almost done filling up. I just happened to look down, I see a wallet, and I just returned it to the store. I left it up to the store because I'm like, I'm not the type to just, you know, if this person come back, he should check back here. But yeah, that's a good thing, you know. I don't understand how people can find somebody's things and just keep it. It's crazy, it's mad.
If there's any other Finns watching this, let me know if you think the same, but that's just how I feel, how Finns think about lost and found items. Of course, there's always exceptions and people who are different. But that's how I personally feel about Finns regarding this matter. Just one more thing, that Finland is also quite safe. You can also feel kind of the trust in the streets. It's not that common to get mugged at night time. It can happen, but it's very rare, if you ask me. You can experience really nice level of trust here in Finland. Number 3, humbleness. And we Finns are too humble, if you ask me. I mean, if we achieve something pretty awesome and mind-boggling, we don't really tend to let the world know about that, even if we deserve to. Tooting your own horn isn't the way to go, and for example, bragging is definitely not a good thing to do here in Finland.
Definitely important to stay humble. I feel like the first 3 describe me.
An example from my personal life, usually if I'm having a date with a girl, I might ask like, okay, what are the things you're good at? I quite often get like, I don't know, like, I'm not really good at anything. You know, we all are good at something. I don't mean like we are like some pro guru, god level, but just, you know, something that we are kind of confident and like decent at least. I think this question actually put Finns on defense quite often, even because I think it's a good way to get to know more about a person by asking what things they are good at, because it also tells about their, you know, interests, passions and so on. But them Finns. So my advice to you is be confident, don't downplay yourself. I mean, if you're good at something and you enjoy doing something, it's okay to let people know about that, but don't brag. Don't come across like arrogant or cocky. That's not the way to do. But
I feel like that's the difference maker right there, when you just bragging and, you know, I'm better than you. You know, that's different.
Don't even downplay yourself. Just be happy and confident about yourself, and you'll be good to go. Number 4, directness. Like I said in the shyness part, we don't bullshit. So if we have some business to do, we go right into the business. And I think this can sometimes catch people off guard, because you don't expect Finns to have anything to say to you, but when they do, they're, oh, what is this Finn trying to talk to me? And you know, so if a Finn approaches you in the street or even on the phone, we don't really do any of this blah 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 shit. We cut straight to the business, do our stuff, and then go back to the silent mode.
Like, oh, you finished or you done?
That's how it works. Number 5, already established social circles. So making friends here in Finland can be a little bit difficult, but it's not really about the fact that we Finns don't want to make friends, but more because we already have enough friends.
Yeah.
For example, me, I have my job and I have this YouTube business and my friends already, you know, these kind of things. So it's actually quite difficult to squeeze time.
Oh, it is.
Acquainted and become like really good friends with new people. And the thing is that you don't really need like 10 like best friends, because you know it will be actually quite difficult to manage. And instead I would say Finns have maybe 1, 2, 3, maybe maximum 4 good friends that they keep in touch often. And
which is I feel like it's a good thing, because as you get older, everybody busy. Everybody get busy when you're an adult and stuff like that. So sometimes it is hard to make time for everybody, so you do gotta minimize who you're around.
Hang out often, so keep that in mind. But that still doesn't mean that you can't make Finnish friends. There are a lot of people who have already made lots of Finnish friends before you, so you just need to kind of keep active and keep trying and keep looking until you find those Finns who you enjoy spending time with, and so on. And also one really good example that I have from my personal life, which I see all the time, if you are having like a home party with a number of different people, what I see every time is that people always spend time with their own group instead of mingling with the new people they don't know. And this happens all the time, and I feel it's so...
That happens here too.
I think it's so ridiculous, because if I go in the party or in a social kind of setting where it's possible to talk to new people, I always want to do that because it's cool. It's always great to talk to new people and see what kind of back.
I think that's an interesting thing, because I feel like when you're at a public place and stuff, I think it's a comfort level that comes in. If you see somebody familiar, that's who you're going to be around. That's how I, for sure, always was. Like, I wasn't comfortable around people I didn't know, because like you say, you already got a large friend group, got friends and stuff, like I'm to myself most of the time, so I don't speak unless spoken to. But if I see somebody I know, that'll make me feel a little bit more comfortable where I am.
Grounds and what kind of people they have, because and doing networking, it's fun. And you know, you can never know, you can find like a business partner or your future husband or wife to be, and so on. So it's always fun, but Finns always tend to have this other kind of these clusters of group 1, group 2, group 3 and group 4, and they just kind of do stuff with each other, and which I feel it is kind of a shame. But again, you don't have to fall into the trap, and be proactive and go towards some things.
Not the trap.
I think this is number 6, national identity. You know, Finnish people are very proud of being Finns. I think one of the reasons is that,
That's a good thing.
you know, we are such a small country with quite a small population here in the far north. We've faced quite a bit of hardships throughout history, but we are still doing quite well, I guess. And we don't really expect people like foreigners to know much about Finland, but when someone does, we are actually quite interested to hear what they have to say about that.
Because I'll definitely be interested, because I've been learning about, at least I would say, pretty much all of Scandinavia. So you got Sweden, Norway, Denmark. I've been doing those. Then I'll be like, you know what, let me just tap in and just do Nordic and add Finland and learn about Finland. Because I have done a few videos about Finland, but I'm like, they're like next door. They're next door to Sweden, which is like, I would say like my main country. I learn about, you know, I'm even learning Swedish a little bit, you know, with Duolingo. You know, they didn't pay me to say that or nothing, but it's a pretty good website to learn. But I'm like, they right next door to Sweden. You know, I might have a chance to go there. I don't know, but that would interest me.
That's what they think about. And same goes for the language. Like, if there is someone who can speak even a little bit of Finnish, we kind of go crazy and go nuts and everything. Like, torille, Suomi mainittu, Finland mentioned and everything. That's how it happens. Because we have our Finnish, these shenanigans and these kind of very Finnish things like sauna, salmiakki, this air guitar world championships, wife carrying world championships, these Finnish things, but we are pretty damn proud of them. And a really good example again from real life. If a foreigner makes a video about Finland, reacting to Finnish music videos, listening to Finnish music, trying Finnish candies, watching Finnish movies, those videos get crap load of views from Finnish people, and this happens all the time.
Finland memes, I need to check that out.
That's how it goes. Number 7 is equality. I think equality is very present and very visible here in Finland. And for example, men and women both are treated very equally, if you ask me. And there are actually lots of women in high-ranked positions in companies and corporations. Good. Kind of self-explanatory things. For example, women don't need permission from their parents or husband to study or work. Women are actually quite independent here in Finland. And Finland was actually the 3rd country in the world to let women
strong and independent.
I think it was 1906, and the first country in Europe to let women vote. That's pretty awesome.
That's pretty cool.
But again, it's still not like perfect. There is like a little bit of like violence and some salary gaps between men and women, but I think in general the equality, especially the gender equality, is doing pretty good stuff.
That's good.
Number 8, punctuality. You know, in Finland, everyone is on time, and being late is unpolite and also unprofessional. And of course, sometimes mishaps can happen, and of course there are people who are always late, but the common way to do things is to be on time.
And it's like, if you late, you know, let your supervisor, your boss know you're late.
Me to agree at 8, that means 8 sharp. Be there at 8 sharp. Did you agree to meet around 8? That means as well 8 sharp. There's a really easy way to counter this, is just to be early. For example, what I always, well, not always, but usually do is, let's say if I'm supposed to meet someone at 8, I'm usually there 5 to 10 minutes early. And it's just my way to do things. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure most of the things...
I know with me, I guess it depends. For work, I always try to get there on time. So like you said, you get there 5-10 minutes early. Make sure you're there on time. Have I been late before? For sure. For sure. Like, if I arrive right at the time that I'm supposed to be there, I feel like I wouldn't have to call, because, you know, you can just then think, okay, maybe it'll take you a minute or two to walk to where you needed to go as well, you know. But be 10-15 minutes late, you got to give somebody a call. You know
do
what
the
I'm saying?
same. But the point is that be on time and be rather like 5 minutes early rather than risking it. I mean, it's not that nitpicky. Let's say if you come 1 minute late, it's not a big problem. If someone's like 5 minutes late, then I'm already like, where are they? Also at work culture, this is also quite important to keep in mind. If you have some agreed meetings or, you know, agreed deadlines, make sure to keep those deadlines. By the way, do you want to know more about Finnish work culture? I made a video about that. Remember to watch this after this video. Number 9,
I'm gonna do that.
Individuality. We Finns are taught to survive on our own and to be responsible and to take care of ourselves. And for example, it's very common to move out of home when we are around 8 to 20 years old. So we actually move out quite early. But 18. One of the reasons why we do that is because it's actually possible. For example, we usually move out to study, to university, to another city, and we have this social security system which actually allows us to do that very flexibly or very easily. But just keep in mind that this kind of individual mindset is usually where things are based on, and then we kind of expand it to, you know, family and friends.
Yeah.
And for example, what I usually care about is I want to make sure my own things are rolling nicely, and then when that is done, then I can just you know, reach to out my friends. Hey, how you doing? And how's it been for you and stuff like that. So that's how.
And I'm all for that because I'm even teaching my kids like independence. You learn independence when you're younger. Being responsible, all that stuff. You were learning when you're younger. You shouldn't have no problem with it as you get older. But, you know, you have some people that struggle with these things as kids, and you get older and you start struggling with it then, and then you have to learn it. But kids learn it. I feel like kids learn it better. If I can learn, I've learned responsibility, I learned independence when I was younger. So when I got older and had to really put it into effect, I was disciplined to do it. It was tough. I ain't gonna lie, it's tough. Like, even going to university with myself, my first year, it was tough waking up early, you know, having to go to class because there were some days you just want to sleep in because, you know, your parents ain't got to tell you, get up, go to school, blah. You know, it's up to you. It's up to you.
I would say this one. And the last one is number 10, hospitality. Even if we Finns are kind of clumsy, a little bit, you know, not so socially savvy, but we are pretty friendly. If you ask random Finns for instructions or directions in the street, you are most likely to get them. And for example, if you have like big luggage and you're going to the train and you want to put it in the overhead compartment, it's very common to see like some random guy coming to help you out to put it up there. It's really common to help people with this kind of everyday small things if you see them. Especially if you get invited to a Finnish home, you can expect like nice dinner, this kind of hospitable atmosphere. They're asking you questions. So this is something that I really like about Finns. Which one of these characteristics do you have experience? So let me know in the comments below.
Definitely,
and make sure to check out this video about Finnish work culture so you can understand how Finnish working life works. Working life works? That's where it's good. See you in the next video. So
I gotta subscribe. This was good. I might need to check out his channel so I can learn a little bit more about Finland as well. Like I said, I try to go to certain channels and see how much I can learn. Maybe I can do the Duolingo and learn some Finnish. Like I said, I've been learning Swedish, and I think I catch on pretty well with that because I do know a couple of words, and I think I've been doing good, but I don't know how hard Finnish is. So that would be the challenge right there. That would be the challenge. But that's all I have for this video. So y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Don't forget, make sure y'all subscribe to Alex. I don't know if he still continuously do videos and stuff. My guy, he got a beard now, so you know he might just be doing this still. But that's all I have. Hit the subscribe button, send down those recommendations. Y'all be blessed, be the best, and be you. I'm out.